Scalping. I'm pretty sure this is a term that you've heard of before, right? For those of you who don't know what it is, it's basically taking something and selling it for an exponentially higher price because of its rarity. The most notorious group of people I can think of when it comes to scalping are Nintendo fans. They never fail to use nostalgia to fill their pockets, even though that every price that they put out, they're usually ridiculous. In this video today, I would like to talk about the Pokemon community because recently I was looking for a copy of Pokemon Emerald so I can make content on it, which by the way you should stay tuned for, hint hint, wink wink, nudge does, love you. And while I was looking for a copy, I was able to see how ridiculous people can be when it comes to pricing things because they really don't deserve to be priced as high as they are. And by that I mean they usually have the games in horrible conditions and then just try to charge triple digits for it, so alright, I'm getting ahead of myself, so let's get into it. Oh my gosh guys, it's Brock from the Pokemon anime. Do you have anything to say before we start the video, Brock?
Subscribe to Luxe or I will be forced to harvest you mortals. The process will be immensely slow and painful. Time is running short for you all.
Okay, thank you. It really shouldn't come as a surprise that Pokemon is a victim of scalping. It's one of Nintendo's biggest franchises and has made billions throughout the course of its 25-year run. And it's also a big name in the video game industry, so that means it's gonna carry a big value no matter what comes out. At the same time though, it's weird that a lot of Pokemon games are being sold for almost or even over $100, when every single Pokemon game in each generation since 1996 have reached the millions in sales. Yeah, most of the games are being sold like there's some obscure hidden gem that didn't sell well when it came out. And it's only been getting worse throughout the years, and I'm afraid that it's not going to stop anytime soon. I'm just really glad that I was able to get most of these games back when they were priced in double digits. I mean seriously, look at this. 17-year-old me thought that paying $45 for Pokemon Platinum was ludicrous. Well, I mean 20-year-old me still thinks the same way, but seeing how much it skyrocketed in price is absolutely insane. Like seriously, look at this. $94 just for the cartridge, plus $4.55 for shipping. I don't know about you, but I just think it's really stupid considering that you're already asking for almost $100 for just the game, but can't even take the initiative and pay for shipping. Like, come on, man. If it came with a case, then maybe I'd cave and buy it, but at the same time, man, it's still stretching it. Then you have people pricing stuff at ridiculous prices because of their laughable sense of entitlement. Take a look at this Pokemon Emerald cartridge, for example. What makes this cartridge in particular $400, you may ask? Is it some rare cartridge that contains every mythical Pokemon and legendary event Pokemon? Or maybe Satoshi Tajiri himself spat on the cartridge? Good guesses, but no. Sentimental value. That's right, you heard me right. The reason why this cartridge costs as much as a Nintendo Switch, one first-party game, and one shovelware game is because of sentimental value. You know, I wasn't aware that sentimental value warranted adding over $300 to the regular asking price of a Pokemon game. I mean, heck, for that much you can even get yourself a digital PS5. I think the biggest takeaway from this is that someone actually sat down at their computer screen, posted this, and said, yeah, let me go ahead and post this. This is a fair price. People will buy it up immediately. I'm a broke college student saving up for a car. What do I look like paying that much for something that has no value beyond your childhood memories? You also have people who have the nerve to sell damaged, defaced, or even broken cartridges the same price or even higher than the regular asking prices of a regular game. Would you like to spend $100 on this cartridge that doesn't work and will probably cost more to fix than just buying a regular cartridge? Or would you like to pay $30 extra for a cartridge with a dry battery instead of a brand new one for the same price? Bro, literally look at this one. Someone got a little hungry and decided to have a little snack with this Emerald cartridge. $100 please! I don't blame them though. That cartridge looks like it tastes like green apple Jolly Rancher. And then you got people who sell reproduction cartridges for the same price as a legitimate cartridge. Usually when it comes to buying Pokemon games, especially from generations 1 through 3, you get what you pay for. If you got an old game for cheap, then it's most likely a reproduction cartridge, which is fine if you just want to play the game just so you can experience it. But if you're like a total nerd like me and want to transfer those Pokemon to the current generations, a reproduction cartridge isn't going to get you anywhere. Now usually there's a fine line between real and fake sellers, but there are times where some people will either sell a reproduction cartridge for the same price as a regular one without knowing it's a fake, or you'll have some people who will sell it knowing dang well it isn't real to people who wouldn't know any better. Some people will have the courtesy to at least say that the game is real or fake, but there are some people who just don't, trying to make a quick buck. While we're on the subject of fakes, how about I teach you how to spot a real or fake Generation 3 game? Usually the go-to that I find the easiest is if you flip the cartridge to the back and look at the top left corner of the cartridge, you can see if there are 4 golden panels. If it doesn't have those 4 golden panels, it's not legit. So if you find a listing at a price you like and they don't include a picture of the back, I think it'd be safest not to buy it, especially if the seller doesn't accept returns. It's a real shame that it's gotten to the point where you have to inspect a cartridge just to make sure that you don't get scammed. Do you want to know the worst part about all of this? Take a look at these Japanese imports of Pokemon games. Look at how cheap they are. So from what I'm gathering here is that this scalping issue is only a product of the Western Hemisphere. And it makes me really upset. I mean, look at all of this. I can get the entire Generation 3 set for $75. And as you can see from the back, with the 4 golden panels, they are all legit. And that's insane because at the time of this video, if you were to buy a Western copy of Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, that would cost almost or over $300. Now, to be fair, you'll only be able to play the imports in Japanese, but if you want to be able to own a legitimate copy of the game, I think it'd be worth it considering Pokemon stories are pretty simple to follow and, you know, they all have the same gameplay mechanics. So the biggest takeaway from this is that scalpers are greedy and they have a special place in the distortion world. So in this video, I just wanted to have a quick look at how Pokemon games are scalped, but don't you worry, there will be a follow-up to this video sometime, because we haven't even scratched the surface yet. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm trying to be more motivated to make content, but you know, I just get lazy and I take all these hiatuses. I feel like my channel would actually be able to grow if I started making more content, but you know, it is what it is. I'm just gonna see if I can actually try and put myself on the grind, you know? We'll have to see. I just want to thank you guys for checking out the video. Be sure to like, subscribe, all that good stuff. It helps out little guys and it lets me know that the content I'm making is actually suitable for y'all, so you know, I appreciate any feedback, any comments, so I'm just gonna leave off with that. Thank you so much for watching.